Democrats lost the White House, the U.S. Senate, still waiting to see if Republicans will keep their majority in the House. If they do, that would put the GOP in the majority across all three powerful segments of the U.S. government. CNN host Fareed Zakaria is all over Democrats for losing.
They blew it. There were other issues that Democrats flubbed, which inflamed the opposition and depressed their base. The first big error was the Biden administration's blindness to the collapse of the immigration system and the chaos at the border. The second error was an overzealous misuse of law to punish Trump, the dominance of identity politics on the left, which made it push for all kinds of DEI policies that largely came out of the urban academic bubble, but alienated many mainstream voters.
Well, look, that all follows the backlash that Democrats are seeing. Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton particularly doubled down on his remarks protecting women's sports. He says his party is not capable of having open discussion.
You told the New York Times, quote, "I have two little girls. I don't want them getting run over on a playing field by a male or formerly male athlete."
And I stand by my position. You know, maybe I didn't get all the words exactly right. But the point is that the backlash I've received proves my point that we can't even have these discussions as a party. And we've got to be able to have these debates. But instead, we have a wing of our party that shames us, that tries to cancel people who even bring up these difficult topics, and frankly, shames voters.
Man, I feel like we're a fly on the wall inside the Democrats' big house. Goodness, so much tea. A New York Post op-ed reads this way: Democrats love to demand diversity, equity, and inclusion, but rush to exclude anyone they don't like. Play the race card to venomously hypocritical effect. And we've seen in women's sports actively destroy fairness and equality. OutKick founder Claire Travis. Well, I tell you what, I was shocked to hear Seth Moulton talk about they wouldn't even listen to him. Didn't he run for president at one point? The answer is yes.
Look, I think what you're now seeing, Harris, thanks for having me on, and congratulations to your Kansas City Chiefs on an unbelievable field goal block to stay undefeated yesterday.
I didn't know we were going there, but thank you.
They're never going to lose. They're never going to lose. But look, the reality is Democrats are now willing to say in public what I bet you have heard many Democrats, and I certainly have heard many Democrats say in private for a long time, which is the far left wing of their party has destroyed the overall Democrat brand for many traditional Democrat voters. Whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Tulsi Gabbard, heck, I was a Democrat voter until they started trying to tell me things that I knew to be objectively false, and I couldn't stand for it anymore. And I think there's a lot of rational, reasonable, persuadable people out there that are saying, hey, if you're going to tell me that a man pretending to be a woman should be able to win a women's championship, and that if Congressman Moulton there, who has two daughters, can't say what almost every dad in America believes, which is this is crazy, then what in the world are they standing for? That those ads that Trump ran, I thought sealed the deal for a lot of Latino, for a lot of Black, Asian, and white dads out there. This is crazy, and that's why I think you saw Trump just winning to such a degree with so many people who traditionally might not have supported him.
Look, as you put it, I never thought we'd see the day where people would start within the Democratic Party to say something that you can clearly see from the outside. They are navel-gazing. They only want their view in the room, which is why they couldn't hear Americans across the country saying, no, Bidenomics actually don't work. I mean, there was no way they could hear that if they won't even listen to people in their own party.
Hey, everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.